Okay. Now, important elements of the INSEAD experience are created by you as students. On behalf of Dean Mehoff, myself, and the entire MBA program management team, I'd like to thank the members of the Student Council for your service to the MBA class of July 2017. Can I please ask the Student Council members to come forward on stage and ask Martin Vera to speak? Thank you.
Incredible, fantastic, beautiful, talented 17Js. What a year it's been. A year made possible not only by all of you, the graduating class, but also by the hard-working staff and INSEAD family. I would like to extend our warmest thanks to Dean Mihov, Urs, and Min, as well as a perpetually helpful MBA office, including Valerie and her team, who helped orient the student body to organize some of the most memorable events. Our class officers, Jessica and Cindy, for the support and answers to our seamless, infinite questions, as well as to the ever-motivating and encouraging CDC for their advice and direction. Speaking of questions, thank you to the absolutely outstanding faculty we have at INSEAD, who had the saint-like patience of answering the same question phrased 7 different ways, 3 different times every class. Let us also take the time to thank the hidden players in our journey, such as the admissions committee, who saw past our typos and decided our fates 2 years ago, as well as the operations staff who kept our halls and classes clean, the food warm, and most importantly, the coffee flowing. And to psychological services, which I know none of us ever used or visited. Thank you for keeping us sane during a truly insane year, as well as providing grounded perspectives throughout. Special thanks go to all the INSEAD alum for not only creating, but upholding the reputation we are inheriting today, as well as to all those who took the time to encourage us to apply, who shared their stories and advice to get us here today. And of course, thank you to you, the students, for shaping this year into what it was for all of us. To all those who stepped up in their own way and capacity, from grad trip to yearbook, to cabaret, to national weeks, to class reps, to running dinners, to trips, the list goes on. This year would not have been what it was without all your efforts, personalities, and contributions. A deep thank you from all of us to all of us. Ovi, Priyam, thank you for the incredible amounts of time, dedication, and work you put into representing our common voice and opinions. You not only have our gratitude, but our respect as well. And from everyone who passed through the Singapore campus, I'd like to thank the honorary member of admin, the smiling face of Yammer, the ever-lovable Hiroko. Without whom, we would have been much more confused and lost than we already were. And finally, thank you to my incredibly dedicated and charming colleagues on the Student Council, Bilal, Basil, Stepan, Blaze, Yi, Narendra, and Vishal. I am truly proud to have worked alongside each and every one of you. Now, I can't allow myself to accept the diploma without making a confession, and this is contingent that they're still going to give it to me after this. Despite applying to INSEAD nearly 2 years ago, experiencing this incredible adventure with each and every one of you, and reading it countless times on default slides, I still get confused. Is it INSEAD the business school for the world, or is it INSEAD the business school of the world? I've mixed them up more times than I would like to admit. Luckily, I've heard other people do the same. And I've Also often said them in quick succession together to make sure I covered the grounds. At first glance, they may seem interchangeable and the same. Yet after some thought, it is clear which one is which. The business school of the world. It's a little bit self-serving. It makes it sound like we're the only school out there, and while it may certainly feel that way at times, we know that that can't be true. The Wharton students have to come from somewhere. Now, the business school for the world. That sounds about right. We are here for the good of the world, for the good of the companies we join, and for the good of others. Values which we all innately brought with us to INSEAD and developed alongside one another are meant to benefit everyone, not just ourselves, and increase absolute net happiness. Apparently something about shareholder value as well. The whole question of for or of, it got me thinking though. We've heard it hundreds of times before, from alumni, friends, teachers, and even the deans today. You're going to INSEAD, you're so lucky. It was the best year of your life, or of my life, or simply, it will be the best year of your life. Given the average age of our year, I'll admit I find that sentence quite daunting. That is a long, long time left not to have another best year of our lives. Sure, they may not be as adrenaline-filled, socially rampant, or contain nearly as many flights or layovers, but each year moving forward will be memorable and notable for their own reasons. Each will stand out in one way or another. I invite each and every one of us to find that special someone, to find that single event which makes each and every year moving forward the best year of our life. It might just be the best year we had in business, if we're lucky, or the best year in a hobby. Simply, it might just be the best year our hair ever had. Whatever the reason, make each year count and make each year the best year of your life. Keeping that in mind, though, it seems that we're a little bit out of a catchphrase moving forward. So what if we changed the narrative and drew inspiration from this whole for or of debate? What about, hey, you're in 19J, you're so lucky. It was the best year, it will be the best year for your life. Now that's a message I can get behind and say confidently. Our time at INSEAD has impacted our lives in monumental ways, ways which we are still not even aware of. Whether it was meeting some of the brightest faculty and teachers in their fields, to winning competitions, to learning from over 70 nationalities, or simply to make friends who border on family. We have truly grown, been challenged, and enriched. And we have set in motion a whole new path for ourselves, which will reveal itself as our lives unfold. As we move forward and join the alumni community, let us drive home the message, the best year for your life, rather than the best year of your life. I personally know that if I meet an applicant in the next 364 days, I'll be sure to say, INSEAD, yeah, it was the best year of my life so far. But without question, it was the best year for my life.
Come on.